of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From a place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good evening everybody, welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and yes, I'm back now after a 3-day absence. So guys, before we get into the show, if you like what you see, then please smash the like button. It really does help the channel up the search results, so smash those likes, thank you very much. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please consider subscribing. It's free to do so, helps the channel grow, and bell notification will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So thank you very much indeed, guys. Get into some comments first of all before we get into it. Brian says, I dread tomorrow in the summer because we don't have the income to compete with the big sides. With FFP dropping to 80% income from 90% this year, we will have less to spend. Don't get too despondent, Ryan, because I believe things could happen in the summer. Thing is, though, we could get sponsorships in, so that'll help push the FFP up. So we'll wait till the summer for that one. Ian says, hi, Tony. Hi, Ian. Nice to see you, mate. Thank you very much. Mason says, evening, everyone. Evening to you, Mason. I hope you're well. Hope your channel's doing well, mate. David says, hi, Tony. Got my cup final ticket. Came yesterday. I can't wait to go next Sunday. Yeah, I bet you can't, David. And you know what? It's going to be a great day regardless, isn't it? So, but let's hope we're bringing that trophy home. Rolly says, hi, Tony. Have a great show. Just off for a meal in the tomb of my lass. Really excited for the game. Yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow, Rolly. Yeah, I think the one you're staying in, the hotel you're in, is the one I've stayed in, right outside the central station. It's a lovely hotel, and enjoy it, mate. Enjoy. Stephen Missy, love your theme song, mate. Brings a lump to my throat. I moved to the USA in 1987. Yeah, I mean, courtesy of Junior Turner, who I'm hoping to get on the channel next week, hopefully. So I have to sort out with him, because I did say, can I get him on before the cup final? Yeah, I mean, lovely for him to let me use his music as well for this. So, you know, thank you very much again to Junior Turner, who, you know, is a great guy. And if you didn't see my show with him a couple of months ago, then please check it out on my videos. It really was a great night, and it'd be great to have him back on before the cup final. Ches, are you, Tony here? Hi, Ches. I hope you're well, mate. Nice to see you on tonight. Mason says, channel's doing good. My first video for today for tomorrow's game. Nice one, Mason. Nice one, mate. It will get there, you know. Alright, man. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine, Andrew. Thank you very much. Hi, Tony Knowles says, coffee. Hi to you as well. I hope you're very well indeed as well. And Sefton says, evening all, 2-0 up the Mags. Do you know what, Sefton? Why not? Why not, mate? Nice to see you. Nice. Thank you very much, Andrew. David says, I forgot, but I got to beat Newcastle early hours in the morning to get the coach because it leaves at 5 a.m. Yeah, it will do, David, and the trains are all fully booked now, aren't they? So, do you know what? It'll be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it should be fantastic day out at Wembley, that's for sure. But yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like. It really does help the channel, up the search results, and also if you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. I'm currently at 372 subscribers, like to hit the 400 mark before the end of February. So, there's still time to go yet. And so let's get into the. So anyway, let's get into tomorrow's game. And obviously, ahead of that game, Eddie Howe has also spoken today. He done his weekly press conference, and we'll go through segments of what Eddie Howe said in his press conference before we actually go into the main preview of the show. So, on his site injuries concerns, he was asked. He says, "Joe Willock, we haven't seen yet. I think he'll be doubtful for the game tomorrow. Don't think it's a big injury at all. It's a very minor complaint with his hamstrings, so hopefully get him back very quickly." And he says, Mickey Almiron and Alan St. Max have been training and they are fine. So that's good news there. Them two should be available for selection tomorrow, but Joe Willock will be the doubt. That's fine. Rest him for the final. He also says Callum Wilson's done really well. As we said at the time, it was a very minor complaint from him. He hasn't trained yet. We hope he trains today, then he's in contention. Again, another insight from Eddie. Again, I would keep Callum for the final. He said, I don't think there's any fresh injury worries. Matt Targett's made a welcome return to training. The first steps for him. I won't push him this weekend at this moment in time, but it's a good sign for him that he's nearing a comeback. So again, Matt Targett's now on, excuse the pun, on target to be returning eventually. On midfielder Joe Linton, who's one booking away from a Premier League suspension, he says, I think if you look at the booking last week, it's missed a mean by a small margin. He's such a good transitional player. He puts a lot of fires out for us defensively. His positioning, tactical understanding is excellent. He's physical. He's gone into a lot of duels. I think his stats on duels and tackles and aerial wins this season have been incredible. With that, you're going to get a few wrong. And they ended up being bookings for him. We're desperate not to lose him, but we also want him to change. We don't want him to change the way he plays. So basically, Eddie Howe's happy with the way he is, and he doesn't want to take away that side of the game. Basically, if you take away that bit of the game, you'll have a totally different player on your hands, and Eddie is bang on with that comment as well. On Newcastle's home form and having beat the only one remaining unbeaten at home in the top flight, he says it's been pivotal. I think your home form always is. We've enjoyed playing at home. I think lately we've been a bit frustrated. We wanted more goals. We wanted more clear-cut chances. I think the teams have defended well against us. They've defended with a clear plan, and it's up to us to find solutions to those problems. We have the capability, I think, to do that. I think Liverpool will provide a different test than maybe we've had in recent weeks. They're still a top team with an outstanding manager, so we know the test is huge one this weekend. So basically, he's basically saying, yeah, teams have come and parked the bus, basically, and finding the solutions, as I've said before, we need to be a bit more cute in those areas and just come up with a different plan. But Liverpool will play a bit differently to what other teams do, the likes of your West Hams and your Leeds United. And it's all ending for a great game at the weekend. He says on whether his team will use their last gasp loss to Liverpool in August for motivation. He says, I wouldn't say we owe Liverpool one. We owe ourselves to do our best in this game and do everything in our power to try and win the match. I'm reluctant to use Liverpool as motivation for us. We shouldn't need that. It should come from ourselves, our league position and our needs, and wants to have a successful season. So basically he's saying, let's not use the match back in August as a revenge. Let's go out there and just win the game. On More Flags, planning to tribute to Bobby Robson, which would have been his 90th birthday. He says it's a real fitting tribute to an incredible man. I consider myself unfortunate not to have met him and spent time with him, but I've heard lots of stories about him from people here at the training ground, people connected to the club. I'm looking forward to seeing the tribute and embracing that and paying tribute to this remarkable person. Again, I said this on my show this morning. I hope something was going to come out, and it hasn't. It hasn't disappointed because War Flags has come out and done it. So well done to War Flags. And not only that, I think as a tribute. I mean, obviously I live in Suffolk, so my local news is on tonight. Now, Ipswich, obviously, because he won the cups, European Cups in 78 and 81, they're doing a immense applause on 78 and a immense applause on 81. But also they're going to do a immense applause on 90 minutes for his 90th birthday, and I hope that's what we do at Newcastle United. So anybody going to the match tomorrow, please get this spread around, or get it on Twitter, but please try and get this spread around that. Let's on 90 minutes, let's all do a minute's applause on 90 minutes. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Now bring a tear to a lot of people's eyes. The guy's an absolute legend. I mean, I remember all those years ago, I was delivering at St James's Park. Do you know what? Even though I was only in the lift about 30 seconds with him, even then you could just tell what kind of guy he was, and he was a super guy. And so, and the moment I'll never forget is when I saw him in that wheelchair in that testimonial game when, and that was just sad. And then it was just days after that when he's passing. So, great guy, and he deserves to be mentioned. And, well done to all flags again, who, never fail to cease to amaze us and pull out these stops. And they are, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic tribute to the man. The guy did very well here. He was wrongly sacked, in my opinion, by Freddie Shepherd. I'm sorry, but if you look at the way we played every season under Robson, we did overstart slow, but we did build up. And after losing to Villa, Freddie Shepherd decided, let's sack him, because we want to show that nobody's too big to be sacked. Well, the late Freddie Shepherd and his merry men who decided to sack him, in my opinion, made a big error, because that guy lived and breathed Newcastle United. So, was unpopular at the time, and it always will remain unpopular. I'll never forgive Freddie Shepherd for what he done to Bobby Robson. I thought it was a disgrace to a man who had been a truly remarkable manager, not just in this country, not just for England national team, but around the European leagues as well. He's done it everywhere. So, yeah. So big up to Sir Bobby Robson, the great Sir Bobby Robson. I should add to that. So I'm going to get into some more comments now. I'll just find out where we were on the comments. Yes, so I've got them here now. Lee says, all right, Tony, 3-1 win for the mighty Toonami. Fingers crossed. Absolutely, mate. Let's hope. Evening Sefton. Ryan says, yeah, we can't afford to be slow this summer. Man, you will have their takeover, which has side effects to us to have to sign solid first team improvements, and the top sides won't buy you 3 in equality. Again, Ryan, yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate. And the thing is, tonight, Man U's got till 10 o'clock tonight to get their bids in, so we'll find out who's in the running for this. And it'll be amazing how quick this takeover goes through, by the way. Alec Coffey says, Liverpool will fancy their chances since we're missing Bruno Milik. Yeah, they probably will. Ian says, I think this will be a hard game tomorrow. It could be, but Liverpool haven't set the world alight this season, have they? And they've got Real Madrid next week, so they might have one eye on that. Ryan says our front three has to press. I want to see Saint, Wilson, Miggy more connected in each other than Gordon and Isak. It's about team cohesion. Yeah, I totally get that with you. Evening, Tony says, Alan. Evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. Ryan says, Tony, all the players are back. Liverpool will attack. Yeah, they will attack. Yeah, absolutely. Lee says, could see a new statue outside the ground of Eddie when we win the final. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Pete, hi Pete, hope you're well, mate. He says, would love to get revenge on Mr. Teeth tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Evening, Tony says, trolls. Evening to you, trolls. Ches, I haven't had the chance to watch Eddie's pre-match conference, but I heard we was asked about Klopp's sore loser reputation, and Eddie gave yet another classy answer, admitting that yeah, absolutely. Sefton says, I hope we get 28 minutes added on to 8 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Wonder if John will be wearing his Man U shirt to piss the Liverpool fans off tomorrow, says Mason. Well, yeah, exactly. Ryan says, Tony, we have to remember this is the most dangerous attack in the Prem versus the best defence apart from the back post, which is Burns' responsibility. Yeah, and I'm sure that's been worked on this week. I would imagine it's been tightened up now. But Liverpool's best attack, yeah, they played all right. They're beating that. They beat. Let's be honest. They beat a poor Everton side 2-0. Come on, let's be honest. A totally different team to what Everton are, and we're a totally different team to when we played Liverpool back in August. Lee says, Bobby, rest in peace, will always be remembered, never forgotten. Happy 90th birthday, top man, legend. Yeah, absolutely. Troll says, just found out how I can predict 10-0 to us, because that will not happen. No, it won't happen. Coffee Liverpool, like, or wrote an article saying that lose. That's probably just mind games, and he won't be drawn into mind games. PD saying hi to everybody. Ryan says, Tony, Lewis Melly, from what I've seen, as the next Gaza. He's amazing for the England under 17s youth squad and carries the ball well. Again, yeah, he's one for the future, and we just wait and see how he develops. Always in our hearts. So Bobby says, Sefton, absolutely. Troll says, probably taken out of context. Yeah. Ian says, so Bobby was a gentleman. He absolutely was. We have good players, but we need more great ones to play next season. Yeah, we do, Trolls, but we will strengthen. And, I mean, we are going to strengthen them players. And actually, before I go on, what I'll do is, this guy, by the way, now, according to media reports, because he's now played 3 games for Nottingham Forest, it has now triggered the automatic £15 million transfer fee. So technically, Chris Wood will be a Nottingham Forest player in the summer regardless. So Dan Ashworth has pulled off a blinder here. So not only will we get £15 million for Chris Wood, but apparently in addition we also have got the £4 million loan fee. So in total, £19 million for Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest, according to reports, if that's true. So that means he only cost us £6 million from Burnley, and I tell you what fantastic business that is. And I know Trolls will be happy about that one. But yeah, apparently 3 games. He's played the 3 games, so now the contract's triggered, and they can't back out of it now. So there we go. Looks like Chris Wood is definitely going to be staying at Forest. Tanji says, difficult decision for Freddie Shepherd. It was unpopular, but I think the younger generations of players like Bellamy, Dyer, Bramble probably got Robson the sack. It was lack of respect. Yeah, possibilities, yeah. Paul, if yes, I'm starting on the left, Burner's getting done. Again, yeah, we'll go into all that. Burn needs a lot of help out the left. Love the guy, but too much help in my opinion. Yeah, I definitely agree there. Chelsea, I still think getting rid of Sir Bobby Robson because a few players disrespect him was wrong, only to replace him with a man with a temper. Today, we have a gentleman who earns respect. Sir Bobby Robson was ahead of his time. Yes, he was. Absolutely. Fantastic guy. Ryan says, funny how Newcastle fans say they're not bullies yet. Klopp gave mass respect to Eddie Howe today, yet the fans go on about Klopp's real teeth just because they're white, yet half the fans would love him. Again, it's just one of those, isn't it? It's the in-joke. Everybody jokes about Klopp in his teeth. Arsenal for life, I hope you win. Thank you very much, mate. Indeed, yeah. I hope we do, mate. It would be nice to see Keegan there tomorrow as well. It would be, Lee. Absolutely, totally agree. Joel says we need to strengthen first 11, not the bench, because the players we have now will be subs, or this will take a hell of a long time to boost the squad. I totally agree. Yay, Wood stays in the Forest. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's according to reports. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it might be. It must be. So, I like coffee. I heard Stonehenge teeth was all praise for Eddie Howe, and now he's managed the team at his press conference. Well, he's got to praise us, hasn't he? Because at the end of the day, we've done Eddie Howe's done a fantastic job. And it's about time he was recognised. That is the thing. It's about time Eddie Howe was recognised as a manager. So it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, the team tomorrow, guys. I mean, girls. If we, I mean, to be honest with you, um, we don't know who's. But I mean, if Willock's not playing tomorrow, then I would definitely say it's then got to be this guy. Yeah, Anthony Gordon. I would say he's definitely got to play tomorrow. I would say he could take Willock's place in the lineup, because I would probably still say Maxi will be on the left. But you could change the formation, give him the free roll again. But I think Anthony Gordon playing against Liverpool will be fantastic. Because remember, Liverpool didn't like playing against Anthony Gordon when he played for Everton because of his shithousery. So, again, Anthony Gordon playing against Liverpool tomorrow, that wouldn't be a bad move at all. So, I would like to see that happen. And, I mean, we all know the Liverpool midfield is really getting old. I mean, this is them struggling now, and if the Liverpool midfield, then those that's just too cheap buys. Oh, there we go. Oh, the bat again. And some comments. Lee says Klopp will be buffering his teeth before the game. Yeah, probably will be. Troll says, "What's amazing is it's February and we are still in the top four." Absolutely, exactly. Andrew says, "Got it about Woodley." You got it, Andrew. I thought you'd have been pleased, mate, that he's gone. But yeah, it looks like he will be staying at Forest. I've got a couple of Man U fans at work, and one of them said to me the day, they don't want us beating Liverpool, they want us to either get a draw or get beaten. I was like, it's because they're frightened of us getting closer to them because we got a game in hand. Isak, Longstaff and Mickey to score, says Lee. Yeah, absolutely. Someone in Paul's Toon review stream last night that Klopp is Listerine donkey. Well, Tangi, it's funny you say that. I did say this last week on PD show, on his football show last Friday. So if you go back and watch that, PD's football show, I did actually say that. Klopp is the Listerine donkey. Andrew Gordon to score, bet you a pint. Yeah, I bet you would. Trolls, I'm a bit scared Gordon might be too fired up against Liverpool. Well, he can't play in the finals, so you may as well just let him go loose. Klopp needs an angle grinder to buff those tusks, says Andrew. Yeah, need a street sweeper, Andrew. What for each tusk, says Andrew. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. What we call, what we call the Liverpool manager. I mean, he probably gets it all the time, doesn't he? So if I can find a photograph of that, then yeah. I mean, if I get this up on screen now, guys, just bear with me. Right, get this on screen. This will give everybody a bit of a giggle. So there you are, Jurgen's teeth. There's the Listerine donkey, guys. There you go. So I'll let you take that picture in for a couple of seconds and see what you think of Jurgen's mate there, the Listerine donkey. Do get your thoughts in the chat what you think of that. There we go. Enough of Jurgen Klopp there. It's quite enough. Thank you very much, Jurgen. Lee Mason says it's just been said that Lee Mason's no longer a Premier League ref, so he's actually stood down altogether. Well, I'm not surprised after last week's debacle. Ryan said, I don't think Gordon will play. He's proven since he's come here, we really overhype players. Trolls still till he scores or starts assisting. He's not a top player. I think he'll start tomorrow. I've got that feeling. Troll Ryan. Jake's laughing. Troll says, I've even watched the Gordon vids a lot and he isn't amazing but has potential. The thing is, this is where the Eddie Howe factor comes in. This is what I've said to people when Gordon came to the club. Eddie Howe's a better coach than what he's had at Everton. The coaching at Everton hasn't been great. You might have had that coaching with Rafa, but when Frank Lampard came in, his game changed. So, let's see what Eddie can work his magic on. Lee says, haha, nice one, spot on, Tony, that photograph. I'm glad you like that. I think everybody like that. Ryan says, joke is a joke. It's not just picking on the German manager for a man who's done nothing to our fan base. I find it rude and immature. It's joke. Thing is, Ryan, everybody does it. Every club does it. To be fact, I think Jurgen probably loves it, to be fair. Andrew, was it a donkey you're talking to? Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Trolls, yes, but it doesn't take 14 days to work that magic, in my opinion. It'll take a lot longer than 14 days, Trolls. That's the thing. Ryan says, Trolls has to prove something. We had a lot of flops playing here, stealing wages. If they can't provide, get rid like City and Liverpool to be in a return home for dud players. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there, Ryan. No, we've had plenty of them over the years, players that have come into the club and have been absolutely woeful. And, Cisco, remember him? God, he was terrible, wasn't he? We had, who was the guy? Nacho Gonzalez, I think it was from, I think we got him from Valencia on loan, the Uruguayan, just because Dennis Wise watched a 3-minute YouTube video. Again, not very good, not Premier League standard. Boom Song, another one that was terrible. So, Marcelino, never off the injury, never out the medical room, was he? So, yeah, we've had a fair share of players in the club that shouldn't be here. Coffee says, Klopp ranting at the referees on the sidelines like a steam train that passes by John's house. Oh, yeah, because every time John's on, that phone goes off and you hear that train, you think, oh, God, Bristol Temple Meads must be busy yet again. Jules, I hope Gordon becomes world class. I'm sure he will. He could do. That's what I'm saying. Once Eddie Howe gets into him properly, and this could take weeks, months, but by next season, he could be a totally different player, Anthony Gordon. You might not recognise him next season. You may think, wow, what a player. And we may think £45 million is actually a bargain. So, we'll give Eddie Howe faith. Andrew says, Klopp's ranting is like being heckled by Sugar. Oh, God, Andrew. Troll says, if he does, time will tell. Absolutely, Trolls. Ryan says, thing is, Tony, a lot of people rate Gordon, but we always have to remember to hold back. We have a lot of money and each season better players will come. Eddie has a high standard to rise to. Yes, he does, Ryan, but again, Anthony Gordon's only 21. He's got a long way to go in the game yet, and that's the thing. Ryan says, if Qatar take on Man U, Piff will want to do better than them. They're always trying to out each other. Yeah, and this is the thing that's going to irk me. Now, if it's Qatar that comes in, right, I want to see how quick this takeover goes through, because I'll tell you now, if this takeover goes through in like 6 weeks, it's an absolute disgrace, because it just shows you how much people were trying to stop us having a takeover. And we all know how much people were trying to stop us. But let's hope, Amnesty International don't want Qataris in at Manchester, and I hope they continue that as well, because if they are the biggest, highest bidder, then I want to see Amnesty really go Man United like they did go to our club. If they're going to go to our club, then let's see what they're going to do to Man United. Troll says even a Tiger would run if Klopp came around the bench on his nationals. Oh, God, he probably would, wouldn't he? I mean, yeah. I mean, guys, tomorrow, The referee's been chosen tomorrow, and that is Anthony Taylor. He is our referee tomorrow. Now, he's not a bad. I quite rate Anthony Taylor as a referee. I don't think he's a bad ref. He's 44-year-old. He's been in the game for almost 20 years. And he's spent 13 years in the Premier League. The thing is, it's his first appointment involving Newcastle so far this season. So he hasn't done a Newcastle game this season yet. So this is his first one. But last year he did 2 games for us, and the one when we beat Everton 3-1 just over a year ago. So, but this season his stats are he's been involved in 24 games in all competitions, 85 yellow cards has been issued, and 3 red cards. And also, he will be assisted by Gary Bezic and Adam Nunn. The 4th official is, somebody who we love to hate, and that is Craig Pawson. He is the 4th official. And the VAR ref tomorrow is Chris Kavanagh. So he is the VAR referee tomorrow, Chris Kavanagh, and he will be assisted by Simon Long, who will be his assistant VAR referee. So that is the lineup of the officials for tomorrow, guys. I like Anthony Taylor as a referee. We've all got to remember how, this guy, this guy will never erase the memory of the World Cup, the Euros, when, Christian Eriksen collapsed on the pitch, and he had a lot to deal with that day, and he did very, very well that day, Anthony Taylor. And he's highly respected, along with, he's the top 2 referees in the country are Anthony Taylor and Michael Oliver, our own Michael Oliver. And let's see how he does tomorrow for us, and hopefully he does quite well. Hopefully VAR will be switched on. Ryan's have this sorted out, that ref issue for the thing is, it's a fake apparently. It's a fake picture. He's not a Man United fan by any means whatsoever. David Coote is not a Man United fan. I don't know who he supports, but he's definitely not a Man United fan. Troll says, how ready in the summer to put current players on the bench? He has to be. That's a thing. Foxy Marcelino was an actual outstanding centre-back at New York. Unfortunately, his timing was finished being one of Hullett's signings. Another side to that story. Yeah, yes, he was. I remember a bit Mallorca, and I remember when he burst on the scene, he was a hell of a centre-half, and that was the thing. He was great, Foxy, but he just didn't do it at Newcastle, did he? And that was, I was hoping to see it from the lad, but he didn't do it. And one of those, unfortunately, he turns into being a flop, doesn't he? Or he's classed as a flop. Klopp has so much ivy, these poachers are hiding in his garden. Ryan says, trolls remember Qatar, Saudi hate each other. There's always trying to do it. So if Man do each other, if Man U go for Osimhen. Again, yeah, we'll see what happens in the summer. It's a long way off yet. But Piff will go for him. Yeah, they probably will. Klopp has more an animal than a sink factory. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew, absolutely. Trolls out the door, mate. We need 7 top players. And I'm sure the thing is, we will get these players coming in. That's the thing. So we will get these players coming in. Trust the process. Trust the owners. They will get it right. Believe me. They'll not get every signing right. There'll be some signings which don't take off. But, and that's part and parcel. It's happened at Man City. It's happened at Liverpool. So you're going to get that. Sefton says, the problem with the supposed Qatar takeover at the Manx, we have made it easier for them after our pantomime takeover gates are open. Absolutely, Sefton. Troll says, if we keep buying young in the summer, I'm worried that, thank God, it's a good amount of time between then and now. Yeah, again, trust the process. That's what I keep saying. Ian says the only two teams he has not refed are Forest and Notts County, so they think he must support one of them. Yeah, I think isn't he a Notts County fan? Sorry, he's a Notts County fan, Ian. That's right, he's Notts County. So yeah, he can't referee Nottingham Forest because of being a Notts County fan, because he could be biased towards Forest. So yeah, actually now you've mentioned the Notts County. Now I've seen the Notts County. Yes, that's where I've seen it. Yeah, bang on, mate. Ryan says, we are actually state-owned, right? The royal family of Saudi, with them net worth of 1.3 trillion. And he goes on to say it's proven that PIF is owned by Saudi Royal. Now, but there is a separation there. There is separation, as much as it might be owned by the Saudi, but there is separation there, because that was proven in the court of law, and that was proven in the highest court. So that has been proven. There is a separation, but the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are not allowed to get involved with the day-to-day run of the club. That was one of the agreements when they come in. So, yeah. I'm not doubting the job Howe is doing, but I fear he will be loyal. I'm hoping. I'm extremely wrong, though. Yeah, again. Yeah, I mean, Howe's doing a fantastic job, and we just got to see how he gets on when bigger players come into the club. Foxy says Marcelino declared himself ready to play for the club and told him he's not ready. Then the club told the media that Marcelino doesn't feel ready to be available for selection. Awful how bad our fans treated him. Yeah, I do agree to an extent on that, Foxy. And as I say, when he was at Mallorca, yes, he was. He was a terrific centre-half. You make a decent point, Ginger, but PIF has proven to the Premier League that they operate separately. Yes, they have. Trolls, got to go. Take care, Tony Noel. Thanks very much, Trolls. See you later, mate. Have a good evening. It's a lie. Simon Jordan proved to Saudi family as MS company owns Newcastle, same as Fazir of Qatar is buying Man U. Again, it was proven there was separation there, and when the separation was put in, that's where it was. Separation was proven. Even the Premier League said the separation was proven as well in their statement back then. So at the end of the day, we are not owned by the Saudi royal family. We are 80% owned by PIF, and that's the way it is. Lee says, yeah, our black and white kit was formed from Notts County. It was part of that, but the main part of our kit, being black and white, Lee, actually comes from Northumberland Taunton, believe it or not. So back in the history books, if you look back through the Northumberland Taunton, which was black and white, that's where we got the colour from for when we became Newcastle United, when East and West came together. So, and that was something I learned on my tour, by the way. So I just thought I'd pass that information on there, guys. But I mean, ahead of tomorrow's game, like I say, I can see Willock not being available and Gordon coming in for Willock. I think that would be a sensible move, in my opinion. Also, I think I can see Maxi playing maybe on the left still, if he's fit. Would you rather keep Maxi for the final, though? That's the thing. Would you rather play Jacob Murphy on the left tomorrow and keep Maxi for the final? That's another thing. Would we do that? But yeah, it's one of those. It's a conundrum for Eddie Howe tomorrow who he plays. But I definitely think Anthony Gordon will play some part tomorrow. I think he'll start, in all honesty. Because like he says, you want to keep Willock. Wilson won't be in contention tomorrow. That wouldn't be surprised if Wilson's on the bench, but Isak will continue to lead the line up front. Remember, Isak, on his debut, scored against Liverpool, but not once, but twice. And should have had 2 goals against Liverpool. But sadly, the second one was ruled out by VAR. So, we shall see on that one. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. If we play Anthony Gordon, do we go 4-3-3? That's the thing, I don't know. Or would we play Anthony Gordon in a free role? So, would we go 4-2-1-3? Who knows? But again, we will find out tomorrow. And again, we keep hearing reports that our ex-player Christian Atsu is still missing at the moment. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved in this terrible disaster in Turkey and Syria. Our heart goes out to everybody involved in this. Let's hope we find out some news on Christian soon, and let's hope it's great news we find out. But it's just not great at the minute that he's still missing. But let's hope he finds out sooner rather than later, and let's hope he's all safe and well somewhere. But yeah, it's a terrible tragedy what's happened over there. But again, they've pulled somebody out alive today, so it just shows you, a week on or whatever after this earthquake, and there's people still being pulled out. So it's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. There must be some air pockets somewhere where people are managing to get to. So guys, if you like what you see, then please smash the likes. It really does help the channel to search results. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. That is free to do, so it helps the channel grow. And the bell notification will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So again, guys, thank you very much indeed for that. Just grab back into some comments. Lee says 4-4-2 might work tomorrow. Yeah, could well do. Yeah, just change the formation, because that's the problem. People are like, people are keep like looking at me and that like at our formation of 4-3-3, so they'll want to it's better to change it up sometimes. Change is better than the rest anyway. Ryan Taunton. Okay, Ryan talking to chess. Ian says, need to go, Tony, catch you later. Yeah, thanks very much, mate. Thank you, Ian. Just saying cheers to Ian. But yeah, guys, I mean, my prediction for tomorrow, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I think we can beat them tomorrow 2-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. We'll get with defence back on track, and everything will be rosy again. PDK says a must win tomorrow. Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. It's not the fact we need revenge on Liverpool. It's the fact is we need to get a win and take some form into that cup final. But, even if we only won 2-0, that would be great. But if we won by more than 2-0, then that's even better. And the way it is poised, the Manchester and Barcelona game, the Man United Barcelona game for next week is finally poised because it's at 2-2. Now, I don't know if away goals still count in this. I think they took the away goals thing out, didn't they? So this could be a match that goes to extra time or even goes to penalties. And you know what? If it does go all the way to penalties, brilliant, because Man United will be tired come Sunday. So that's even better for us. So we want this to go as deep and deep as possible. Sefton says Newcastle United playing red shirts, but an away game, Nottingham Forest in 1892, so colour clash. Set of shirts are borrowed from the local club Notts County and it started from there. But yeah, it did. That's right, Sefton. Yes, absolutely, yeah. Because Forest got theirs from a colonel or somebody, Garibaldi, who in the wars back then. That's where their colour from, Garibaldi red. Virgil van Dijk is back. Do you know what, PDG doesn't frighten us? Because Virgil van Dijk is not the same defender as he used to be. He's but let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us, by the way, now I've said that. Jez says, cheers, Tony, take care all. Cheers, Jez, see you later, mate. Lee says, Man United may get Ronaldo back and upset the team again. Do you know what? That wouldn't be surprising, but I doubt he'll go back there for a third time. I think he's just going to see his career out in you know, he's just going to see his career out now, and that'll be it. And we'll not see Ronaldo again, I don't think, in the Premier League. I'd be very surprised if he does come back to the Premier League. But yeah, but guys, we're coming to the end of the show now. But if you like what you see, then please smash the likes. Thank you very much. Also, if you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. It's free to do so. Helps the channel grow. And bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So thank you very much indeed, guys. Just to let you know, I'm back tomorrow, 3:30. I'll have the build-up live. So we'll have the team lineups. We'll go through the latest scores happening in the Premier League, see who's winning and who's losing, and see what the Mackhams and the Smoggies are getting up to in the Championship as well. So we'll do that, and then there'll be a reaction show after the Liverpool game as well, guys. Bye, Jess. Lisa, spot on, Tony, top man. Thanks very much, Lee. Brilliant show, says Sefton. Cheers, Sefton. Thank you very much indeed, guys. But yeah, so yeah, join us back at 3:30 tomorrow for the build-up, and it should be a good one, guys, and hopefully we get the right result tomorrow night as well. But until then, guys, thank you very much. Take care and see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.